Hey, welcome to part two of the Agent Ignite. And today it's about the outbound machine that fills your pipeline with real conversation DMs, no cold pitching. Today is this video is very important, and I'll tell you in a minute why. Because we are going to be running together a demo where I will be plugging the information, and it will give me exactly the kind of messages that I need to send my specific niche that I already chose. So what I did before is that I said I'm positioning myself as a life insurance agent, and I said I want to select a niche that has a need and where I can add value. And so what I did is I went to Agent Ignite. Let me share with you. Oops. I went to Agent Ignite and I told him to run for me first. I told him to run a full ICP deep dive for roofers who wants to buy a policy to cover their families. So this was my prompt, so that I understand exactly, so that I can give the machine enough information, and also so I understand exactly who is this niche and how I can serve them better. And look what it gave me. It gave me exactly, we went through a deep dive and I started answering questions. The first thing is that it says roofers ideal customer profile part one. Which geography are you targeting for this roofer niche? So I said USA. Who exactly within the roofing world are you targeting? Select all that apply. I chose independent roofers, sole traders. So this one is better because I don't want to be going for advanced roofers who already have businesses, large established businesses. What's the income sweet spot? The roofers who has money invest in policy between 70 and 120. It's the sweet spot of the category of people. I'm so sorry if you have been hearing some noise. It was my fan, so I apologize about that. So it says, what's the income sweet spot? The roofers who has money to invest in a policy. I chose 70 to 120K. This is the best sweet spot of the target market that I want to target, because below $70,000 a year, they are very that they don't have that extra money to spare to put into a policy. Above 120, probably somebody had already talked to them. So the 77, 120 is the perfect sweet spot. Where does this roofer spend time online? So Facebook group, that's obvious. YouTube, of course. Instagram, probably. LinkedIn, perhaps. TikTok, yes. So what is the family situation that makes a roofer the right fit? Trigger that makes them think about coverage. Married with kids, recently had a child, primary breadwinner for the household. So any family situation, risk awareness is the trigger. Any other targeting details, specific association, forums, trade shows, or nuances I should know about? I said I didn't put anything else, and I just continued. So the more specific you are about who inside the roofing world, crew members versus business owners versus sole traders, the sharper the downstream targeting and DM angles will be. Answer what you know, and we'll move to part two. And then he asked me a few other questions. I answered them. Here is part two. What insurance or financial product does a roofer in this bracket already have or think they have covered? So work comp, this is required by the state or the government, doesn't matter. So this, most roofers, they should have this. The rest, it's perhaps they have, perhaps not. So we are not going to go through. So, but I chose works compensation. Who has a roof? How has a roofer like this typically been approached about life insurance before finding you? Cold calls from agents, yes. Referrals, yes. Workplace, union, or something like that, yes. Never been approached. So I chose these three. Who else is targeting roofers or blue collars trades with life insurance? Any names or brand? I didn't put anything here. And then, what is the number one reason a roofer in this bracket hasn't bought a policy yet? The most common excuses you've heard. And I'll deal with it later. This is probably the most common. I'm too busy. It's too expensive. I don't think it's going for this bracket is going to be the main reason. I'm healthy and young. Some of them, small minority, they may say I'm healthy because this category is mostly based on late 30s, so they are still young. I don't fully understand it, so I avoid it. So I chose this, and I'm healthy. Have you already sold to roofers, or is this a new niche you are building into? So yes, I've sold. So this is up to you. So we're not gonna go that deep. And the part 3 is this one. What does the roofer actually say when the topic? So now we are talking about psychographics. Now we are talking about what goes into his head. What does the roofer actually say when the topic of life insurance comes up? Use the real words if you can. What does the roofer think is the reason they haven't bought a policy? Their surface level excuses. Too expensive, I'm young, unhealthy, I have work compensation, etc. What do you know about the expert, as the expert is the real problem, the thing they can't see? That's why a huge part of doing the job when you purchase into AgentIgnite is to give AgentIgnite a deep dive into your customer avatar, because that's how you're going to become comfortable and confident about your avatar. What the hell consequences? What happens to his family if he falls off the roof tomorrow with no policy in place? What does this roofer actually want? His magic wand outcome in his own terms. So you can choose in his own terms. Know his family is taken care of. Stop worrying about what happened. Tell me about the roofer you've worked with. What was their situation? What made them finally buy, and what changed after? What kind of roofer is a nightmare client? The one your outreach should actively repel. This is huge. This is big, 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 because we want to make sure that we are in our communication and marketing. We want to make sure that we are attracting and repelling. And if you don't have a filter that is set at the top, I put this in my sales page, who it is for, you are going to attract everybody, and 90% will be just tire kickers. So you want to make sure that you are filtering by mentioning who this is not for. What is this roofer secretly embarrassed or ashamed about? The thing that he never say out loud but quietly carries. And now I have everything now. So all 3 parts complete, generating the full roofer's ICP. So now AgentIgnite gave me everything I need to know. The customer avatar is well done. They know exactly all the questions, the gaps, the nuances. And now what we're gonna do, we're going to go and do step 2, and we are going to go and plug these questions that I will show you in a second. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to co-workstation, and we're going to and we're going to answer this question. So before I click on it, let me read you what I just put. Generate for me 3-message DM sequence for a roofer who are sitting on the fence, struggling to make a decision to purchase a life insurance policy for their loved ones. Message 1, reference something specific about them, not about them. Let me take this out. No pitch, just a genuine question that shows I actually understand their concerns. That's very important. Message 2, if they respond, I share study or guide to get their energy pumped up, something relevant, not pushy. Message 3, by the way, I will support you with this kind of that's called micro commitment, where you send, it's called 2-step form, where you send the first message or somebody engage with you and they say something, and then how to transition people from just an engagement into a business conversation. I will share with you those kind of documentation so you can plug it and give it to even if it's already there, but so that you can use it for yourself if you want to carry that conversation. And in message 3, only then do I mention, only once I do step 2, only then I mention if they would be interested to fill a questionnaire, so I can judge exactly what best options can fit them. This is not a pitch or even an invitation to a call. All we want to get to know them enough, so once we make suggestions, it makes total sense because they were the one who mentioned it first. 3 messages, each one earns the next. Show all 3 messages generated live. So we're gonna click go, and we're gonna wait, see what AgentIgnite going to give us. So it's thinking. Generally, it takes less than 30 seconds. Generally, if the topic is big, it takes maybe more, but generally it takes between 5 to 10 seconds. 9, 10, boom, 11, 12. So he's thinking. So this research that I did on roofers, you can take it now and use it to start a campaign right now. I mean, this is something that's like, if you message me, I can send it to you, but everybody gonna be going for roofers, so I advise that you don't go there. So here we go. All context in roofers, ideal customer profile plus voice guide plus messaging framework, writing all 3 lives. DM sequence, roofers on the fence. Message 1, the genuine question, sent after connection or first engagement. No pitch, no resources, just a question that shows you live in their world. Hey name, notice you are in the roofing, respect for the work, seriously. I speak to a lot of guys in the trades, and one thing keeps coming up. I know I should have something in place for my family. I just haven't gotten around it yet. Out of curiosity, does that sound familiar at all? No agenda here, just genuine question, Eunice. So this is very good. We may have to change something here, make it more, notice you are in the roofing business. We don't need to say respects just because it doesn't make no, all jobs are respectable. It's not, when you say it, it's like you are actually putting finger on it. So we don't want to even go there. So the next thing is here. This is perfect. I speak to a lot of guys in the trades. One thing keeps coming. I know I should have something in place for my family. I just haven't gotten, and we want to take this out of the way around it yet. Out of curiosity, does that sound? So this is very safe message that it's not saying, I am here to pitch you, I'm here to sell you. This is just a genuine concern message. Message 2, the resource, only sent after they reply, deliver value immediately, no ask yet. Appreciate you being real about that. Honestly, most people in your position feel exactly the same way. I put together a short guide specifically for guys in the trades. It covers one thing most roofers don't realize until it's too late. Workers' compensation does a lot of things, but it does not write your family a check if you are gone. There's a coverage gap that most people only find out about after the fact. It's a quick read, no fluff, no pitch. Attach the coverage gap. 3 things workers' compensations won't pay for. Let me know if it lands. So this is perfect because what we're doing here, we are just giving value and we are just being genuine. We are just trying to help. We are not trying to be pushy or trying to ask personal questions. How many kids you have? Are you married? No, we are just giving value upfront. And the third message is the questionnaire. And this is where the big game is played. Only sent after they engaged with the guide, not a call, not a pitch, just the next natural step. Glad it was useful. Now, considering, for example, that they answered and say, that was awesome. Glad it was useful. Here's where I'd like to get to. I want to be upfront about it. Not a sales call, not a presentation, just a short questionnaire, because what makes sense for one roofer won't necessarily make sense for another. Your income, your family setup, how long you've been doing this, it's all change what the right options actually looks like. If you fill in a few quick questions, I can come back to you with something that genuinely fits your situation, not a generic quote, something specific to you. No obligation. If what I come back with doesn't make sense, you tell me, we move on. Would you be open to it, Eunice? So this is powerful permission marketing, because we are not just, even if they show appreciation and they show that they like what we said, then we are not jumping right away and say, hey, by the way, I noticed that you may be interested in buying life insurance. Could you fill up this questionnaire for me and then we can talk? No, we are asking permission. We are going one step at a time. And then we are moving into allowing them to get back with us. If they decided they want to answer that questionnaire, then we can send the questionnaire, and that's the beginning of a sale, because once they fill up the questionnaire, they will tell us exactly what is it that they need and what is it that they don't want. And when we make a pitch, we're going to make a pitch based exactly on what they mentioned, not based on what we think is right. I hope this makes sense. So the logic behind each message: message one, name the exact feeling Marcus carries but never says out loud. He replies because he finally feels understood, not sold to. Message two, deliver something genuinely useful that cracks the workers' compensation false belief. He engages because it taught him something real for free. Message three, asks for context, not a commitment. The ask feels natural because it's framed as a service to him, not a step in your funnel. The moment he fills the questionnaire, see, that's what I said. The moment he fills the questionnaire, he has already started telling you what he needs. When your recommendation comes, it lands as common sense, not a pitch. Hallelujah. So the one thing to build before the sequence goes live, the coverage gap guide. That message to attach without the resources. Message to has nothing to deliver. Want me to write that one page now for you? So he even can write it for you. The message to has nothing to do. He can even write for you everything. So let me go back to my main screen. Okay, 17 minutes. Wow. So I hope this makes sense, guys. I have been working really hard to make this work, so that's why I'm excited about it. So if you guys have any questions, please make sure to comment. I don't want to be make this longer because it's just I don't want to waste your time, but please make sure to ask questions if you have them, or if you decided to want to join us, please make sure, because we have 100 people. The first 100 people will be the founding fathers and will only pay $100, and will also be there forever. It's a lifetime. This, what you're buying right now, this is for a lifetime. It's not like I'm going to come back tomorrow and say, hey, I need you, you can't use it anymore. No, it's yours. Once it's in your hand, it's yours. Okay, so we means that all the information are below. You can check them out. You want to schedule a call and chat on a one-on-one basis. You want to join me on LinkedIn, it's there. And if you want to purchase, it's also there. Have a great day. Talk soon.